Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Howell Center inside Turner Gymnasium on the campus of the Westminster Schools. Tonight, your varsity boys, Westminster Wildcats, will be taking on the Decatur Bulldogs. My name is Ryan Costley. I'll be calling the action for you this evening. 5 on the floor to start the game for the Westminster Wildcats. Mikkel Sampson's going to take the tip here, along with Robert DeGolian, Philip Jones, Ben Ladner, and Will Benson. Robert DeGolian, he's going to run the point mostly for the Cats this evening. Over to Philip Jones. Circus shot and an offensive rebound by Will Benson. He's going to take it up, but it will be corralled by the Bulldogs. And Nate Scully brings it up the floor. Jackson Bailey for 3, unable to hit. Devontae Carter is number 2 in blue. There's Dennis Bell on the drive. He's unable to score, and DeGolian will grab the rebound. DeGolian will push ahead. Philip Jones for 2, won't go. Will Benson puts it up. That won't fall, but a foul on the floor. The Cats will keep the ball. Westminster Wildcats coming to this game at 15-6. Decatur Bulldogs at 9-12. Cats have really had a great season thus far. Storylines, Will Benson and Mikkel Sampson, the big boys underneath, have really been playing well, exploiting that height matchup that they've got against a lot of teams. Robert DeGolian and Zay Malcolm, who will come off the bench, have been running the point. Ben Ladner's been shooting the lights off the ball. He's definitely, if he gets hot, he's going to be a danger for the Bulldogs this evening. Philip Jones is here. He's got the ball now. He'll kick to Will Benson. Here's Ladner. He'll give it back to Benson. Benson will take the 3. It'll be short, but the ball will go out of bounds off the hands of Dennis Bell and will stay with the Wildcats. Looks like Philip Jones going to inbound it for the Cats. Ben Ladner comes off the screen from Will Benson. He'll drive it baseline. He'll give it off to Will. Will will go underneath, and Will will score. Will Benson scores the first 2 of the game. Devontae Carter will bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. 5 on the floor for the Decatur Bulldogs are Carter, Jackson Bailey, number 3, Nate Scully, number 12, Taryn Hill, number 23, and Dennis Bell, number 54. As a rebound there from Mikkel Sampson off the miss. Mikkel Sampson, he's big, but he'll push the floor, and he gets to the rim and scores. Mikkel Sampson all the way to the hoop. The Cats take an early 4-0 lead. Westminster's really having a great season thus far. Got a chance to watch them at the Holiday Classic. Go undefeated and win that, beating a good North Atlanta team. As Devontae Carter hits the 3 in the finals. Westminster claiming the Holiday Classic for a couple years in a row now. Here's DeGolian, he's guarded by Carter. Here's Ladner, he's guarded by Jackson Bailey. Ladner will take the shot that is blocked, but will kick to DeGolian. DeGolian and Philip Jones both pass up on the 3. No foul called, and Mikkel Sampson gets the offensive board and puts it back for 2. Cats able to get some buckets inside the paint early. Here's Nate Scully. Kick it out to Dennis. Jackson Bailey. Scully unable to control the rebound. Sorry, the pass. And a foul is called on Philip Jones. Three free throws coming up for Jackson Bailey. Westminster really runs a pretty deep bench. Zay Malcolm, 3A, Georgia State Offensive Football Player of the Year. Really led Westminster offensively to a Final Four appearance. Most wins under Coach Romberg in any season that he's been here. Zay will come off the bench and have significant minutes. Jamal Strickland, he'll contribute. Tyler Gillikin, if Benson and Sampson get in foul trouble, he'll come off the bench, he'll contribute. As Bailey here to take his 3rd. And is short. And a foul is called on Bailey. Too much contact with Robert DeGolian. And the ball will go back to the Wildcats with a 2-point lead. Goalie calls out the play. Run a screen for Ladner. Ladner will take a 3, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 3. Ladner definitely one of those shooters that you do not want to leave open beyond the arc. He can make it rain from 3, and he'll rack up a lot of points and really hurt you defensively. He'll get a chance to get 3 from the charity stripe here. And cannot hit the first. So number 5, Sam Berger, is going to check into the game in replace of Jackson Bailey. Ladner's going to take his 3rd and final free throw. Nothing but net, and the Cats leads 8-4. Here's Sam Berg with the ball. Devontae Carter is going to drive in. And an impressive block by Phillip Jones, but Carter gets the ball back. Gives it off to Terran Hill, who will score. Taryn Hall able to get the bucket there, but DeGolian will push for the Cats. Phillip Jones puts it up, but the rebound goes to Nate Scully, and Sandberg will take the other direction. A lot of up and down play thus far this evening. We'll see if that continues throughout. It's Devontae Carter controls it now. He'll give it off to Nate Scully, who will take the baseline jumper that won't go. And the rebound controlled by DeGolian. Looks like Westminster wants to run again. He'll give it off to Ladner. Ladner passes up on the 3-point opportunity, and DeGolian's going to set up the offense for the Cats. Phillip Jones will drive to his left, give it off to Will Benson. Will Benson's going to give it to Robert DeGolian. Robert DeGolian unable to finish inside, but Will Benson gets it back, and his jumper won't go. And Hall controls the rebound, and Berg will go cross-court pass to Bell. Bell will slow it up, give it back to Berg. Hall with the ball now. And Dennis Bell is able to finish at the rim. The game is tied at 8-8, and Coach Trey Malloy calls a timeout. He's unhappy with the last couple defensive possessions. Wants to talk it over with his guys. More than halfway through this first quarter, Westminster and Decatur are tied. Westminster jumped out to a bit of an early lead, but Decatur's definitely controlled the last couple possessions as we see Jamal Strickland and Zay Malcolm come in, replacing Phillip Jones and Robert DeGolian. Looks like Malcolm will bring it up the floor for the Wildcats. Malcolm on the drive is guarded by Devontae Carter. Here's Jamal Strickland. He'll go inside to Will Benson, who will put it up and is unable to finish at the rim, but he'll get it right back. And he'll do what he does best, control the offensive boards, get buckets underneath, and the Cats lead. And a pass intercepted by Jamal Strickland will give it off to Mikkel Sampson, but right back to Strickland. Will Benson. Will Benson can dribble the ball, can do a lot of everything. Zay Malcolm for 3. Can't hit, but Mikkel Sampson on the rebound. The sophomore unable to put it up. First attempt, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 off the offensive second chance. Will Benson and Mikkel Sampson both rostered at 6'5". Definitely a force to be reckoned with in the post for any opposition. The Cats now subbing for Will Benson, number 30, Sebastian Masso. Has missed some time this year with some injuries, but he's back on the floor for the Cats as Mikkel Sampson's second free throw is up and is good. Tyler Gillikin replacing Mikkel Sampson. There's a lot of size on the bench on this team. Can definitely give the Cats some options as Sandberg's guarded by Ben Ladner. Devontae Carter will take a three that will go. And the game is tied. Devontae Carter's hit 2 big-time threes early. He's definitely one that can shoot it from the edge. Jamal Strickland controls. Moss is going to come in and give him a screen. Pick and roll. And an and one blocking foul called. And Sebastian Massa will go to the line to shoot one. Try to complete the three-point play. Decatur Bulldogs did not agree with that block call. Thought the defender had legal guarding position. Block charge is one of those calls that is definitely hard to know exactly, as Masso's free throw is no good. But the rebound to Masso. He'll take it and give it to Zay Malcolm. Zay Malcolm will give it to Strickland. Strickland inside to Gillikin. Gillikin unable to control. Here's Nick Scully. And gives it off to Devontae Carter. There's Taryn Hall. Back to Sandberg. Scully with it, now guarded by Strickland. Devontae Carter definitely the go-to on offense for the Bulldogs. Gives it off to Scully, and Scully is rejected by Masso. And that'll excite the crowd here at the Howell Center. Sebastian Masso getting up and taking that ball out of the range of the rim, but it will stay with the Bulldogs. Checking in now for the Bulldogs is number 24, Kobe Davis. Replacing number 54, Dennis Bell. Carter will inbound. He'll give it off to Berg, who's guarded by Ladner. Here's Nate Scully. And here's Carter. Hall for three. He's got it. Decatur can't seem to miss from beyond the arc thus far this evening. Has hit 3 big-time shots. As Zay Malcolm will bring it up for the Westminster Wildcats. See if Westminster tries to exploit some matchups that they've got. Zay Malcolm's speed on the edge. Maybe try to open up some shots for Ben Ladner and pardon me. There's Ladner for three. But Carter with the rebound. See if Jamal Strickland and Ben Ladner can get open for some shots as a foul is called. And Nick Scully is nicked with the foul there. Jamal Strickland will inbounds. Ladner for three from the corner. He's unable to hit. It's too long. But Tyler Gillikin on the rebound. But Sam Berg will control for the Bulldogs. He'll push ahead. He'll give it off to Scully. Go inside. And a foul is called on Zay Malcolm. Same officials officiated the Westminster Varsity girls basketball game against the Bulldogs evening. Game that got very physical and very chippy down the stretch. These officials did a good job of keeping things under control. They're not going to let a lot of harsh fouls go. That's Kobe Davis with the ball now. He's guarded by Strickland. So we have about 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Davis. He'll drive on Strickland. Gets fancy with his dribbles. Taryn Hall. Good defense there by Tyler Gillikin. And an over the back is going to be called, and the ball will go back to Westminster with 26 seconds remaining. Good defensive possession there by the Westminster Wildcats. Able to get the ball back. See if they hold for the last shot of the quarter here. Trailing 14-13. Here's Masso. He'll give it off to Malcolm. Malcolm guarded by Carter. Say's going to try to get to the rim. He's unable to as Scully gets up. Ball will stay with the Westminster Wildcats with 7.9. We'll see what the Cats have in store. Get an inbounds play for the last shot here. It'll be Jamal Strickland to inbound. Go inside to Tyler Gillikin. Kicks it back out. Strickland going to kick it. Malcolm. And a foul is called on the floor. Looks like the foul is going to go against Devontae Carter. That's his first of the game. Zay Malcolm to shoot 1 and 1 for the Westminster Wildcats with 2.5 seconds remaining. First unable to go. Kick out to Ladner. Ladner's going to throw it at the rim. Unable to get it to go. Your score at the end of 1. Decatur Bulldogs 14, Westminster Wildcats 13. So a lot of fast play from both teams during the opening quarter. Overall, Westminster hasn't converted on some inside shots. Decatur's shooting the ball really well from 3. But close game thus far. Want to let you know that WCAT will have both girls and boys varsity basketball games here on Friday night. Make sure you tune into those. Saw a couple really good defensive possessions for the Westminster Wildcats in that first quarter. Westminster really just unable to get the shots going, unable to get some threes that have been open that haven't fallen, but long game ahead of us. Decatur really shooting the ball well thus far, making 3 threes. It's really been the turning point in this game. Start the second quarter, we will have Will Benson, Mikkel Sampson, Sebastian Masso, Robert DeGolian, and Zay Malcolm on the floor for the Westminster Wildcats. A lot of size out there for the Cats. For the Bulldogs, it'll be Devontae Carter, Sam Berg, Kobe Davis, Dennis Bell, and Turin Hall. Berg guarded by DeGolian. He'll give it off to Davis. Davis to Bell. Bell now back to Berg. Here's Carter with the ball. Davis now guarded by Will Benson. Carter now will give it off to Hall. Here's Davis. Give it off to Sam Berg. There's no shot clock in high school basketball. It's taking as long as they want. This possession getting close to 45 seconds. As Berg will drive. And the ball will be stolen and given back to Westminster. Zay Malcolm with speed in the open floor. Malcolm's guarded by Hall and gives off to Masso. He'll go inside to Mikkel Sampson. Mikkel Sampson puts it up. Can't get it to fall, but it goes right back to him off the tip of Masso. Kick it out to Malcolm. Malcolm guarded by Davis. Over to Sebastian Masso and gives off to Will Benson. Errant pass, but will be controlled by Zay Malcolm. Gives off Sebastian Masso underneath and able to get the roll. And the Cats take the lead. Great pass, Sebastian Masso there. And an errant pass, and the ball will go back right back to Westminster. Some miscommunication there. We'll see if Westminster will have got all these big guys on the floor. Tries to get the ball inside. Tries to get some buckets in the paint. Will Benson, Sebastian Masso, and Mikkel Sampson, and he's got a lot of size. And then 2 guys that can really shoot the 3, Robert DeGolian and Zay Malcolm. Here's Benson inbound, and he'll give it to Malcolm. Benson with the ball now. He'll give back off to Mikkel Sampson. Mikkel Sampson inside and is able to score. Mikkel Sampson just uses his size and strength, able to put up 2 more points for the Cats. Kick out, Turin Hall for 3. He's unable to get it. Devontae Carter the rebound. And it is stolen away. And Mikkel Sampson will have it, and Robert DeGolian will set up the offense and call out the play. Another inside look, this time to Sampson. Zay Malcolm to control underneath. He's trapped. And a jump ball is called. A lot of Westminster parents and fans wanted a foul to be called. Nonetheless, the ball will stay with Westminster. Zay Malcolm looks like a fish in a shark tank there, but he's one of the toughest out there. As DeGolian will drive to his left, spin back to the right, put up a shot that will not find the rim. That's over to Devontae Carter. He'll drive, but it goes right back to Taryn Hall, and a second chance basket for the Decatur Bulldogs. Not what Westminster wanted on that defensive possession. Here's DeGolian. Masso puts it up, unable to finish. But again, out of bounds. Ball will stay with Westminster. Cameron Head just unable to control the ball there. DeGolian will inbound for the Cats. Going with a ball fake, he'll drive to his right, kick out Will Benson. He'll drive left. Will Benson here. He'll give it underneath to Mikkel Sampson. Mikkel Sampson gets his own rebound and finishes. Mikkel Sampson, and a timeout is taken by Decatur. Don't like what they're seeing. Westminster really exploiting the height advantages underneath. Decatur really not liking what they're seeing with Will Benson and Mikkel Sampson. Sebastian Massa really getting their way underneath the last couple minutes. Calling this timeout to see what they can draw up defensively. Westminster really just got to keep doing what they're doing. You go with a couple different guys coming onto the floor. Looks like we're going to keep it the same, but like the size advantage underneath with 4:20 remaining in the half. Try to get a lead built up before the break. Here's Head guarded by DeGolian. Nate Scully now with the ball. Gives it off to Cameron Head. Cameron Head will drive. He'll put it up. No, and the rebound will go to Will Benson, but it's stripped by Devontae Carter. And a jump ball is called, and this time it will go with the Bulldogs. Phillip Jones going to come back into the game for Sebastian Masso. Underneath, Taryn Hall able to finish and one. Right off the inbounds pass. Catches it, puts it up. Gets fouled and will go to the line to try to complete a three-point play and tie up the game. Hall's free throw is up, and it's good. And the three-point play is complete. We've got ourselves a tie game. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the half. Mikkel Sampson now at the point, guarded by Nate Scully. Phillip Jones with the ball, gives it to Will Benson. Good defense so far this possession by the Decatur Bulldogs. Got ourselves a whistle. And a 5-second call, I believe, will give the ball back to the Decatur Bulldogs. Devontae Carter gets the ball back here. It's guarded by Phillip Jones. There's Kobe Davis. Ball stolen by Robert DeGolian. We've got a 2-on-1. DeGolian will take it himself and is unable to finish at the rim. And Davis will now try to run. We've seen this up and down play a lot this evening thus far. Hall for 3. Got it. And Decatur leads by 3. Bulldogs really shooting the lights off the ball from beyond the arc. As Zay Malcolm will give it off to Will Benson, who will give it off to Phillip Jones. Westminster's really going to need to split that height advantage inside the last 2 minutes, 45 seconds of this half. Mikkel Sampson goes underneath. We'll give it off to Zay Malcolm, who will give it to Robert DeGolian. Right back to Malcolm. Westminster swinging the ball around the perimeter, trying to get something going on this offensive possession. Here's Phillip Jones. He's guarded by Cameron Head. Jones underneath. Can't finish. Ball goes right back to Decatur. Looks like Decatur's going to try to slow it up this possession as Head will go to the rim, and he'll score, and the lead is now to 5. Zay Malcolm with the ball now for the Wildcats. Malcolm will give it to Sampson. To Robert DeGolian. Robert DeGolian gives it back to Will Benson. Coach Trey Malloy is going to call something out for them to run. 1 minute 45 remaining. Phillip Jones will drive to his right and give it off to Zay Malcolm. Zay Malcolm going to try to drive on Cameron Head. Here's Will Benson with the ball now. Robert DeGolian will go inside. And ball out of bounds. For Decatur, Sam Berg's going to come in and take Devontae Carter out. And DeGolian and Phillip Jones will check out. And coming in for them will be Jamal Strickland and Ben Ladner back in the game. Ladner will guard Berg. Gives off to Kobe Davis. Kobe Davis to Cameron Head, who's guarded by Jamal Strickland. Berg is guarded by Ladner. Here's Scully. Back to Head. Aggressive defense there by Jamal Strickland. We're approaching 1 minute remaining in the half. Kobe Davis is guarded by Zay Malcolm over to Sam Berg. Westminster's really exploiting this man defense right now. Keeping a lot of ball pressure on as Taryn Hall will take the 3, and it will bank in. Off the glass and in. Yet another three-pointer for Decatur, and they are now up 8 on the Wildcats. That's really been the story thus far. It's just Decatur's just really been shooting the ball really well from beyond the arc. Here's Jamal Strickland. He'll get to the rim, but he won't. And off the tips of Mikkel Sampson. Ball will go right back to the Bulldogs. 29 seconds left. Decatur looks to slow. Jamal Strickland tries to jump the pass, unsuccessful. Head will go to the rim and finish. You got a 10-point lead with 15 seconds remaining in the half. Decatur's really gone on a run to close this out. We'll see if Westminster can answer to end the half. 9 seconds remaining. Will Benson's got the ball. He's guarded by Hall. Benson will go to his right. He'll lose his dribble. Ball will go back to Berg. Decatur will control. 3-point shot won't go. That's where the half will end. Decatur finishes on a big-time run, shooting the ball really well. Your score, the Decatur Bulldogs 29, Westminster Wildcats 19. Coach Trey Malloy is going to have to talk to his guys in the locker room, get things going. Really need to start the third quarter on a run. We're going to take a short break here. Ryan Costley, I'll be back shortly. Welcome back inside the Howell Center at Turner Gym on the campus of the Westminster Schools. Ready to start a second half of play between the Decatur Bulldogs and the Westminster Wildcats. Score at the half. Westminster trails by 10, 19-29. 5 on the floor for the Cats are Will Benson, Phillip Jones, Ben Ladner, Robert DeGolian, and Mikkel Sampson. DeGolian will have it, and he'll be guarded by Devontae Carter to start. Westminster really needs to get a lot of buckets and some stops early to make sure this 10-point lead doesn't get out of hand as a blocking foul is called on Devontae Carter. Looks like Phillip Jones will go to the line to shoot 2. These first 4 minutes are really important for the Westminster Wildcats. Get this lead back within handling what the Decatur Bulldogs really just took over the last 2 or 3 minutes of the first half. Open this lead out to 10 points. Other than that, it's been a very close game. A lot of fast play, a lot of up and down, a lot of people running around 1 to 4. So Phillip Jones will put up the first shot. Lead down to 9. Second is pure. Devontae Carter will inbounds it for the Bulldogs and give it off to Jackson Bailey. Carter will hand it off to Bell. Nick Scully with the ball now. Give it off to Bailey, who's guarded by Jones. There's Taron Hall. He had a big first half shooting the ball. Dennis Bell unable to convert down low. Will Benson, the big man, will run the floor for the Wildcats. Kick it to Mikkel Sampson. Ball's tipped out of bounds. We'll stay with Westminster. Mikkel Sampson goes to work inside on Nate Scully. Devontae Carter will go inside to Bell. He's unable to control. Phillip Jones will run the floor for the Cats now. Get inside. And Will Benson tips it up and in. And just like that, Westminster starts the half, 5-0 run, and the lead is back within 4. It's the type of energy and excitement, fierce defensive and offensive play you wanted to see out of the Cats out of the break. Decatur going to call a timeout to stop this Westminster run. Haven't seen a lot of the guards get going for the Cats this evening. Robert DeGolian, Ben Ladner, Sam Malcolm, Phillip Jones, all having relatively quiet nights. But that just credits the big man play that the Cats have had thus far this evening. Sebastian Masso is not on the floor right now, but came in, gave some significant minutes. Will Benson and Mikkel Sampson both been great tonight. As Kobe Davis will drive to his right and give it off to Taron Hall. Robert DeGolian the steal. He'll go the other direction. Lay it up and in. And the Bulldog lead is down to 2, an 8-0 run to start the half for the Wildcats. Davis guarded by Ladner. Here's Scully. Nate Scully will drive, and it's picked off by Will Benson. And it goes right back to Scully. Will try to get fancy with the dribbling, didn't work out for him. And Kobe Davis guarded by Ladner, he'll have the ball back. Devontae Carter gives it off. Jackson Bailey for 3, got it. I'm pretty sure Decatur has not missed a three-pointer yet this evening, folks. They've definitely been shooting the lights off the ball from beyond the arc as Robert DeGolian will go to his left, give it off to Phillip Jones. Phillip Jones will go to the basket. He'll put up a shot that is short, but Will Benson with a man's rebound underneath. He's unable to convert. Phillip Jones puts it back up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul called on number 24, Kobe Davis. Silence as Phillip Jones takes the first shot. It's short. See if Phil can get the lead back to 4. Free throw make here. It's up, and it's good. Phillip Jones hits 1 of 2, and Kobe Davis will bring the ball up the floor for the Bulldogs. Devontae Carter with it now. And a foul is called, and Jackson Bailey will shoot 3. That foul called on Phillip Jones in the corner. Jackson Bailey has a chance for 3 free throws. Unable to hit the first. Jackson 1 of 2 on his first 2 chances. The third ball is live. If there is a miss, there is not. Jackson Bailey gets 2 of 3. Lead is back to 6 for the Bulldogs as DeGolian will bring it across the floor. Phillip Jones on the drive. He'll put it up. Cannot get the roll. Will Benson able to save it and give it off to Robert DeGolian. He'll drive. Put up a circus layup that won't go. Will Benson unable to convert on the offensive second chance. And a double dribble is called on Kobe Davis, and the ball will go right back to Westminster. Robert DeGolian to bring the ball up the floor for the Westminster Wildcats. Ladner with the ball now. He'll take a baseline jumper that goes. Ben Ladner, there's a pure stroke. We're used to seeing Ben Ladner, when his shot gets going, it's almost impossible to stop. Able to get the baseline jumper there. So Westminster moves the score to 30-34. Here's Nate Scully. Devontae Carter gives it off to Nate Scully. Kobe Davis with the ball underneath. Back to Taryn Hall. Scully gives it off. Jackson Bailey thought about the 3, didn't take it. Davis now, guarded by Ladner. Good defensive possession here from the Cats. Hall gives it back to Bailey. Bailey will drive right. He'll give it off to Scully. Scully going to work underneath, and Robert DeGolian with the steal. Great defensive possession by the Westminster Wildcats. Look ahead to Phillip Jones. Phillip Jones will slow it up. Give it off to Ben Ladner, who will take a 3 that is short. Ben Ladner unable to get his feet set before that shot attempt. Devontae Carter with the ball. Taryn Hall now in the corner. Give it off. Jackson Bailey for 3. A rare miss by the Decatur Bulldogs, and the rebound to Ladner. Gives it off to DeGolian. Robert DeGolian gives it off to Will Benson. Will Benson will drive to his left, put up a shot, and score. Will Benson able to take advantage of his height and size and strength inside. Gets the 2. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Westminster back within 2. Ladner guards Davis. Davis kicks to Carter. Carter going to go underneath. Taryn Hall feels pressure, and Sebastian Masso able to force Taryn Hall to dribble it off his foot. Number 15, senior Nick East is going to come into the game for Phillip Jones, and Zay Malcolm's going to come in. He's going to take out Robert DeGolian. Zay Malcolm's going to let it roll to keep the clock stopped. Zay Malcolm is fouled on the drive. Devontae Carter called for the block. Looks like Cameron Head's going to come in and take Carter out. It'll be East to inbound. Ladner for 3 in the corner. Unable to get the roll, but gets it right back. Pretty good looking stroke there from Ben Ladner, just unable to get it to fall. Zay Malcolm will drive to his right. He'll go up and called for the charge, and the ball will go back to the Decatur Bulldogs with 2:20 remaining in the third quarter. Kobe Davis gives it off to Taryn Hall. Hall will drive. He'll put up a shot and is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul called on Sebastian Masso underneath. Hall's first shot is up and good. Sam Berg checks back into the game for Kobe Davis, as Hall's second shot is up and is good. Lead back to 4 for the Decatur Bulldogs. Zay Malcolm. He'll go to Will Benson. Will Benson will give it up to Masso underneath. Masso is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Great offensive opportunity there created by Zay Malcolm. Zay Malcolm able to drive and give the ball off. Masso able to shoot 2 free throws. The first is good. Masso's second is pure. And Jamal Strickland's going to come in and take out Ben Ladner. Cameron Head with the ball on offense for the Decatur Bulldogs. Will Benson try to jump the pass. Off his hands, it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Westminster's really played well this quarter. Down by 10 at the start of the half. Let's cut the lead to 2. As Jackson Bailey will take a 3, but it's well short. Sebastian Masso with a rebound. Lead pass. Zay Malcolm with speed in the open floor. He'll give it off to Jamal Strickland. Jamal Strickland unable to finish the circus layup, but Will Benson corrals on the offensive glass. Gives it off to Sebastian Masso, who's able to finish underneath, and the game is tied. And Westminster's going to go to a bit of a full court press here, try to keep the pressure on the Bulldogs. Nick East guards Jackson Bailey. Sam Berg gives it off to Taryn Hall, who will give it off to Nate Scully. Scully thought about the shot, decided against it. Now Jamal Strickland with a lot of ball pressure. Jackson Bailey guarded by East. Cameron Head for 3 in the corner. Can't hit, but an offensive foul won't go for Hall. Will Benson will control the defensive glass. He'll bring the ball up the floor for the Cats, and he'll settle it down. Will Benson able to get around his man and get to the rim. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. Some impressive moves by Will Benson. Able to beat the first man. Draw the help defense. Get to the line. 28 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Westminster has a chance to take the lead after trailing by 10 at the break. And Will Benson unable to hit the first. Checking back in the game now is Dennis Bell replacing Taryn Hall. Will Benson try to give the Cats a 1-point lead with a free throw. And he will. And looks like Jackson Bailey's going to take it out of bounds for the Bulldogs. And a lot of full court pressure here for the Wildcats. Dennis Bell with the ball now. Give it off to Nate Scully. Cameron Head got the ball now. And we've got a 10-second call as Westminster's full court pressure able to create the turnover there. Trey Malloy was begging for that call for about 6 seconds before finally got it. Impressive backcourt press by the Westminster Wildcats. Gives him the ball right back, and Jamal Strickland will take it out of bounds and give it to Zay Malcolm with 16 seconds on the clock, leading by a point. Have had 2 really fun games. Had a chance to watch this evening. Westminster girls losing by 4, but an impressive game. Really competitive matchup as Bailey will take it. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Your score, the Westminster Wildcats 37, the Decatur Bulldogs 36. Great quarter by the Wildcats. Looks like we're going to have a fun fourth quarter. I want to take this time to talk about something that Westminster students have just finished going through. Ended last week. The first ever Westminster Jan term ended on Friday. Students had a chance to take one extensive course for 3 weeks, and a lot of field trips, a lot of overnight travel in subjects with teachers that they wouldn't have normally had. Make new friends, being with the same people for 3 weeks. It was really an awesome experience for a lot of Westminster students. So ask your kids, ask your friends, brothers and sisters about how they like their Jan term. Ask them a couple questions about it, because I think it's going to be something that Westminster students are going to enjoy. Westminster Upper School students are going to enjoy for many years to come. So Westminster's got 8 minutes to close out this game. They're leading by 1. We're going to have a really exciting and fun fourth quarter. Be the same 5 on the floor: Malcolm, Benson, Strickland, Nick East, Sebastian Masso for the Wildcats. And for the Bulldogs, it'll be Sam Berg, Nate Scully, Dennis Bell, Cameron Head, and Jackson Bailey on the floor. And Berg will take it out of bounds and give it to Head to start the quarter. Tipped out of bounds off the hand of Will Benson. Will stay with the Bulldogs. Ball underneath Sam Berg, unable to finish the layup. Zay Malcolm's going to run the floor for the Cats. He'll slow it up. Here's Will Benson. Will Benson will drive, unable to finish. Nick East, an impressive follow, unable to come down with the board though. Sam Berg thought about the 3. Take the long 2 instead, and Will Benson able to control the rebound. He'll bring it up the floor himself. Will Benson able to do a lot of stuff. He can shoot the 3, definitely get to the rim, can bring it up the floor for the Cats, as we see him right here. Only a junior, one of the best baseball recruits, one of the best baseball players in the nation in his class. This ball's off of his foot, and we'll go back to the Bulldogs. Devontae Carter and Taryn Hall coming back into the game for the Decatur Bulldogs, replacing Sam Berg and Dennis Bell. Here's Nate Scully. Pass tipped by Sebastian Masso, but goes right back into the hands of Hall. Westminster's really kicked up the defensive pressure in this second half. Impressive defense there as Carter is unable to finish. Jamal Strickland will give it off to Zay Malcolm, and Zay Malcolm is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. The officials are going to have a discussion about that little altercation that just took place. So we got a technical foul on number 3, Jackson Bailey from Decatur. Some words were exchanged between him and Jamal Strickland. Looks like the officials are going to have a discussion about what the call is, what the free throw situation should be for the Wildcats. It's going to send Zay Malcolm to the line to shoot 2. Malcolm's first is pure. Sam Berg's going to come into the game, replacing Devontae Carter. See Malcolm able to get the friendly shooters roll on the second. Westminster moves this game to a 3-point lead. Full court pressure gonna keep on with it. Screen there from Head. He gets the ball back, and Jamal Strickland unable to control the ball off the steal. He'll kick it. Hall in the corner for 3. Slightly long. Masso almost lost the ball. And then it looks like we're going to keep the ball with the Westminster Wildcats. Well, definitely a questionable call. There were a lot of Decatur fans that wanted the ball to go to the other way. Starting to see that physicality that we saw in the girls' game. Zay Malcolm's going to bring the ball up the floor for the Wildcats. Jamal Strickland. He's guarded by Sam Berg. Now give it off to Will Benson. Will Benson looked like he wanted to drive. Gives it off to Sebastian Masso. Masso gonna drive. He'll score. And oh no, he won't. A charge is called, which waves off the bucket. So the ball will go back to the Decatur Bulldogs on that charge call against Sebastian Masso. It's like a long pass going to Taryn Hall. Tries to dunk, but is unsuccessful. Looks like Jackson Bailey's going to take a mid-range jumper that won't go. Will Benson going to control the defensive rebound. Cats have numbers. Here's Jamal Strickland. He's guarded by Sam Berg. He'll put up a shot that won't go. Nick East gets on the floor to get a rebound. And a timeout is called by Coach Trey Malloy. .5:16 remaining in this game. It's Trey Malloy calling timeout, trying to set up his offense, trying to get what he wants going. Coach Trey Malloy talking to his guys, trying to close out the end of this game. Looks like Will Benson is going to inbound for the Wildcats. Go right back inside to Will Benson. But he's pickpocketed by Taryn Hall. The ball will go to Nate Scully. We'll bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Cameron Head going to give it back to Scully. Scully into the corner. Hall for three. Got it. Just like that, the game is tied once again. Jamal Strickland gets a screen from Benson. He'll give it off to Will Benson, who will take a baseline jumper. Got it. Will Benson taking over this game in the second half for the Wildcats. Full court pressure going to continue for Westminster. The ball off the leg of Jamal Strickland. Go into the stands and will stay with the Decatur Bulldogs. Will Benson able to deflect the pass and get the ball. He'll give it up to Zay Malcolm, who will bring it up the floor for the Wildcats. Westminster's really going to need some strong defensive stops down the stretch here if they want to close out this game. As the ball go to Nick East, who'll give it inside to Will Benson. Will Benson will take another baseline jumper. This time he's unable to get the roll. But Mikkel Sampson, and a foul is called inside on Cameron Head. As we are under 4 minutes remaining in the game. Mikkel Sampson is going to shoot a 1-on-1 here. So the first is up and is able to go, so he'll get a second. Mikkel Sampson's second is good. Full court pressure is going to continue for the Westminster Wildcats, now leading by 4. Jamal Strickland's going to pressure the ball. Sam Berg's going to take it to the rim. Won't get it, and Zay Malcolm will control. He'll push it ahead. Jamal Strickland's going to chase it. He'll put it up and score. Decatur goes running, however, and a foul is called on Mikkel Sampson against Sam Berg. Looks like that's going to send Sam Berg to the line to shoot 2. Sam Berg short on his first. Timeout is called as Berg is able to hit the second of 2 free throws. Westminster maintains a 5-point lead. So we're approaching the final stretch of play with 3:30 remaining. I believe Coach Malloy is really going to take this time to set up his defense, make sure the Bulldogs don't get anything easy going here, and really just keep going on offense. Make sure his team is able to get the ball inside of the big guys that they've got underneath. Try to keep getting some easy buckets for them. Try to close this game out. Wanted to mention again that Friday night we're going to have big-time broadcasts here for you on WCAT. Varsity boys and girls basketball coming your way. Make sure you tune in for all the action. Looks like down the stretch, the Wildcats are going to keep with Mikkel Sampson, Will Benson, Nick East, Zay Malcolm, and Jamal Strickland. And Benson's going to inbound to Malcolm, who will bring it up the floor. Jamal Strickland with the ball. Trying to drive baseline, but loses control. And the ball's going to stay with Westminster. Looks like it was tapped out of his hands. Got 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. Jamal Strickland got an inbound from the corner. And it's tipped up. But the ball's going to get tipped out to Zay Malcolm, who'll give it up to Nick East, who's blocked at the rim, but they're going to call a foul. And Nick will go to the line to shoot two. Nick's first shot is a little long. Ball's out of bounds, and it's going to go to Decatur. So we're approaching 3 minutes of play remaining. The Wildcats are going to try to keep this full court press going. They've done this the majority of the second half. Led them to that run at the beginning of the third quarter. They really got them the game back. They were down by 10 at the break. As it goes off to Hall. He's guarded by Sampson on the perimeter. Gives up to Cameron Head, who's guarded by Zay Malcolm, who will finish at the rim. Cameron Head able to get two for the Bulldogs, and the lead is within three. Nick East will go inside to Mikkel Sampson, who will put it up and in. It's that easy bucket I was talking about, trying to get Mikkel Sampson and Will Benson buckets underneath. Kick off to Devontae Carter. Gives it off to Cameron Head, who will give it off to Nate Scully. Here's Hall, and a foul is called on Will Benson. 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this game. Story of the second half really has been the big men for Westminster. Really been able to get what they want inside. Will Benson's made some impressive plays from the perimeter, taking it to the rim. As Hall's able to hit his first. Mikkel Sampson getting on the offensive glass, getting second chance points. Really gave them the lead third quarter and helped them maintain it thus far in the fourth. However, it's now down to three with both those free throws from Taron Hall falling. So we're going to give a little ball pressure on Zay Malcolm. Try to get the ball back here if you're the Bulldogs. Will Benson has it underneath. He'll go to the rim and finish. Will Benson able to get that bucket underneath. Back to 5. 3-point chance for Hall is long, and Will Benson will hand it to Zay Malcolm. Malcolm will give it back to Benson. Benson will drive to his left. Try to dish Mikkel Sampson, didn't work out. And a foul is called on Will Benson. As he was diving on the floor, trying to get the jump ball called or to get the ball back. But with 1:29 remaining, a foul is called on Will Benson. Looks like we've got a change here. They're going to give Westminster a timeout after an official discussion. They're going to wave off the foul on Will Benson and give Westminster a timeout. Decatur very unhappy with that overruling by the officials. Trey Malloy argued his case, believed that he got the foul called. convince the official. Nonetheless, we've got just under 90 seconds remaining in this one. Westminster holding on to a 5-point lead. Looks like both Ladner and DeGolian are going to come back in after this timeout. We're going to have Robert DeGolian, Will Benson, Ben Ladner, Zay Malcolm, and Sebastian Masso in the game for the Wildcats. Get Robert DeGolian in the game, another dribbler that can break the press. Should it come for Decatur and down by 5, I would suspect it will. Ladner will inbound the ball. Ben Ladner going to give it off to Zay Malcolm, who will set up the offense for the Wildcats. 1:25 remaining now. Malcolm to Ladner. Dribbles to his right, gives it back up to Zay Malcolm. Right back to Ladner. And then yet again back to Malcolm. Malcolm and Ladner playing a two-man game on the point as Zay Malcolm is fouled with 1:05 remaining. Nick East is going to come back in for Ben Ladner. Looks like he's going to come back in after the first shot from Zay Malcolm. Which is not good. And just like that, number 15, Nick East, replaced Ben Ladner. 65 seconds remaining. Zay Malcolm's going to try to make this a 6-point game. And is unable to. Taryn Hall going to bring it up. Decatur desperate for a bucket on this trip as we're under a minute. Robert DeGolian guarding Devontae Carter. And an errant backcourt pass. And the ball will go back to Westminster. With 49.4 seconds left, Decatur's really going to need a foul here. Try to stop the clock and get the ball back. Ladner will inbound. Looks like we're going to have a couple subs to Decatur first. Devontae Carter and Taryn Hall coming out. Kobe Davis and Sam Berg coming back in. Ladner will give it off to Zay Malcolm, who is fouled, and will go to the free throw line. Trying to close this game out for the Wildcats. 45 seconds remaining. It's been a back and forth matchup. Saw a lot of speed in the first half. Decatur going on that massive run to end the first half, leading by 10 at the break. Westminster dominating the third quarter, getting the lead back and holding on for most of this fourth quarter as Zay Malcolm puts up his first shot, and it's good. Zay Malcolm can make lead 7 with this free throw, and will. 45 seconds remaining. Westminster's going to turn on some full court press just to make sure that the Bulldogs don't get anything easy. Zay Malcolm with some ball pressure, and it's called for a foul on Cameron Head. Not the ideal situation, but Head will only be able to shoot 2. The lead is 7. And Ladner's going to take out Nick East. Cameron Head's going to shoot for a 1-and-1. The ball is live if he misses the first. which he does not, so he'll get a second attempt. Just like that, Kobe Davis and Sam Berg back in for Hall and Carter. Head pure on the second, and a timeout is called by Decatur with 39.8 seconds remaining. Westminster really needs to do for these 39 seconds, move the ball around, try to avoid getting fouled. But if they do get fouled, which is likely, they just got to make free throws. Got to make free throws down the stretch, try to win the game. Up by 5. This game's going to come down to whether Westminster can make or miss shots at the foul line. Trey Malloy drawing up some offensive plays, trying to get the ball in the hands of Zay Malcolm probably. Some speed, maybe Robert DeGolian. Guys that can shoot free throws. Definitely who you want on the floor at this point if you're the Cats. If you're Decatur, you're probably drawing up some defensive strategies to get the ball back, maybe in a trap, in a steal situation. But if not, just really needing to foul and get Westminster to the line as early as possible to stop the clock. It'll be Sebastian Masso to inbound for the Wildcats and gives it off to Zay Malcolm. Zay Malcolm, the one-man press break is fouled, and he'll go to the line. Zay Malcolm to shoot 2 for the Wildcats. First rattles in. The lead is back to 6 as Nick East replaced Ben Ladner yet again. Coach Malloy alternating those two on the floor for different situations. As Zay Malcolm's going to put up the second, and it's good. Zay Malcolm, one of the best in the clutch. Scully can't hit the 3, and the rebound by Masso is stripped immediately by Cameron Head, who'll give it right back to Scully. He'll take a 3 again, which is long. Nick East, the rebound. We'll give it up to Zay Malcolm. Zay Malcolm going to dribble some time off the clock. It's 12 seconds now. 10. Looks like as Will Benson's fouled with 8.3 seconds left and a 7-point lead. Looks like the Wildcats are going to come home with a victory here. Sending the big man, Will Benson, to the line. Will Benson's first free throw is good. With 8.3 seconds, Will is able to hit the second free throw, moving the lead to 9. Looks like the Wildcats are just gonna not touch him defensively. Zay Malcolm will get the rebound, and he'll let the clock run out. Your final score, the Westminster Wildcats 55, the Decatur Bulldogs 46. Really impressive second half by the Wildcats. Able to get the victory here. So that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it from the Howell Center here in Turner Gymnasium. On behalf of our entire WCAT team, I'm Ryan Costley. Want to say good night and go Cats.